Hello, everybody. Tonight we read from Proverbs 20 and James 4. And in James 4, it was a lot of points they were making. It was like stop fighting with each other, slandering one another, and not bragging about the future. So all of those are still applicable in 2020. Slandering one another, you gain nothing from that. Fighting with one another, again, that doesn't help anything. And it's better to form friendships with people and have people remember you as a friendly person instead of a hostile person when you're no longer here. And also, not bragging about what you don't know is gonna happen yet. The best thing you could do is make sure that what you do at that moment will make sure that you don't regret if you do make it to the future. So making sure that your present decisions are going to set you up for satisfaction later on.
Yes, excellent. And the last part of James 4 talks about that. Like our lives are merely like vapor that vanishes, or like a mist for a moment. And in Job 7 talks about how our life is like a wind and it just. And throughout the Bible, you see comparisons of our lives to flowers, that the petals leave and they fade away, or grass, and all the elements of nature. But the point is, it highlights its brevity and how we really should be putting the words, if the Lord will, in our plans. Even tomorrow. When I just said, you should walk up to the drugstore, Walgreens, if the Lord will, Lord willing, because we don't know what will happen. I was reading or listening about a young lady. She was in the news, and she just got married a few years ago, but she's 30, 31, and had her husband on the news and her parents. And she was the only daughter and the only child of the couple, and she succumbed to COVID. 30, 31. And she loved horseback riding, and she loved her dog, and just a normal girl who just enjoyed life and who was friendly and kind. But it doesn't matter the age, really, at this point. I found out today, two teachers, not at my school per se, but teachers I know, they're struggling with it, and it's just getting smaller and smaller. So what are we to do with the time that we have? This is certainly not the time to, what you were saying, be arguing and fighting back and forth. No. We need to make sure that we're showing love and kindness to the people who are in our lives, help one another, pass a legacy, pass some knowledge and wisdom and some jewels and nuggets of discernment and knowledge to other people, to the next generation, while we have a chance, because we don't know what will happen in the future. And it's not all gloom and doom. The Lord still wants us to present our requests to the Lord and not to be selfish, have selfish ambitions, because in verse 2 it says that we ask for things that are not according to the Lord's will. It's for our own selfish lusts. It says, ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, ye may consume it upon your own lust. Well, we're not trying to ask for anything that is selfish. We want to make sure that we are in the center of the Lord's will. We're praying for everyone who is suffering out here, and we're asking the Lord for mercy and protection, because he can do anything. He could turn all this around, and we know that the numbers are going up, but God is in control, and we look to him. What about in Proverbs 20? Well, I just talked about a legacy, as far as this is the time. We don't know the day or nor the hour. Well, And if we are to leave anything to our friends or our family, it says in verse 7, the just man, the just woman, the just teenager, the just child, they walketh in their integrity, and whoever they leave behind are blessed after them. So let's make sure that we're living a life so that people will be able to follow our example and God will be glorified. What do you have to say about that, son?
Yeah, like, you know, when you die, what's going to be left? So if you don't have, hopefully you'll have like offspring to carry on what you represented, but if not, then how other people are going to perceive you and what they remember about you.
The light and love that you leave. Yeah. Have a wonderful evening enjoying the light and the love of the Lord.